She's quiet, but not because she's done. She's waiting, waiting to see if you'll break, waiting to see if you'll panic, waiting to see if you're still her puppet. And the second you flinch, you prove her right. But today, that ends. If you're watching this, it means you've had enough. Enough of the games, enough of chasing, enough of bleeding in silence for someone who thrives on your reaction. Today, you learn the move that flips everything. Silence. Not passive silence, not sulking, bitter silence, but cold, strategic, calculated silence. The kind that turns a storm into a man and a man into a mystery. By the end of this video, you'll never chase anyone again. Comment it now. I don't chase, I replace. Let the world know. Let yourself know. Now listen, this isn't about revenge. This isn't about manipulation. This is about reclaiming your power, piece by piece, move by move. So here's exactly how a Stoic man handles a woman who hurts him. 5 moves, 5 shifts, 5 ways to flip the script. Let's break them down. One by one. Number 1, she expects you to react. She vanishes, goes cold, stops replying like she used to. No more good morning texts. No more late night, I miss you. No more just thinking about you. But she's not gone. She's still there, watching your stories, liking your posts occasionally, showing up in the corner of your screen just enough to stay in your head. She wants you to feel it, that tension, that shift, the slow emotional withdrawal, because it's not random. It's a test, a calculated move to see if you're still on the leash. And here's what she's watching for. Do you panic? Do you chase? Do you break routine, break dignity, break silence, just to prove you still care? Most men do. They spiral. They check their phone like it holds oxygen. They keep replaying the last thing they said, trying to find what they did wrong. They reread old messages. They stalk her page. They break. And in that break, they react. They send a, "Hey, are you okay?" They double text. They pour out feelings she never asked for. They start apologizing for things they didn't even do, just to get back her attention. But here's the truth she'll never say out loud. She expected it. Because this isn't about reconnection, it's about control. And the moment you react, she knows she still has it. She doesn't feel guilty. She feels powerful. You've just confirmed her suspicion. You need her. Her attention, her validation, her presence. It's your emotional oxygen. And the second she knows that, she pulls back harder. Let this sink in. A woman only plays games with a man she hasn't fully decided on. A man she doesn't completely respect. A man she's still testing. She wants to see, are you emotionally grounded? Or are you emotionally fragile? Will you hold your frame, or will you fold the second she pulls away? Because here's the brutal truth. You break, she disappears. You hold the line, she starts to unravel. Why? Because the silence she expected to break you ends up breaking her instead. Number 2, your silence breaks her control. Let's keep going. You passed the first test. You didn't flinch. You didn't double text. You didn't reach for your phone in desperation. You held the line. But now comes the part that most men underestimate. What happens when you say absolutely nothing? Because silence, real silence, not passive-aggressive, not bitter, just clean, focused, emotional stillness. It's terrifying, especially to someone who is used to controlling your every reaction. She expects the anger. She expects the questions. She even expects a cold response. But what she doesn't expect is nothing. No text, no story reaction, no meme share, not even a scene. And in that silence, something starts to shift, but not in you, in her. She starts to feel what you used to feel, that gnawing uncertainty, that quiet tension, that what if? What if you've moved on? What if you're no longer waiting? What if you finally realized you don't need her? Because silence isn't just the absence of sound. It's the presence of power. You flip the script. While she's posting selfies trying to trigger you, you're lifting, reading, working, becoming. You're not bitter. You're better. And that silence, it creeps in. It follows her to bed. It whispers in her mind when she checks your page and sees no reaction. It makes her reread her own texts just to find something to hold on to. It makes her ask her friends, do you think he's really over it? Because now she's the one feeling powerless. She's the one overthinking. She's the one trying to decode the silence. And here's what no one tells you. Silence isn't passive. It's a weapon. Used by men who know their worth. Used by men who no longer beg for closure, validation, or approval. Used by men who've learned that if someone has to hurt you to feel powerful, they don't deserve a response. And if you stay silent long enough, she won't just start doubting the control she had. She'll start doubting the woman she thought she was. Because a man who doesn't react is a man she cannot control, and a man she can't control is the only kind she truly respects. Number 3, she will test you. Don't take the bait. So now the silence is eating at her. It's not what she expected. It's not how the game usually plays out. She thought you'd crack, but you didn't. So what does she do next? She adjusts the strategy. She sends a soft little ping, a light tap on the glass. A hey stranger, I just saw something that reminded me of you. Or maybe just likes your photo from 6 weeks ago. It's not affection. It's not reconciliation. It's a test. She wants to see if you're still there. Not physically, emotionally. She's checking the leash, checking if she still owns that real estate in your head. And here's where most men fail, because they've been holding it together. But deep down, they're still waiting, still hoping, still ready to react the second she gives them permission to feel again. So they light up. They respond too quickly. They overread a simple, hope you're doing well, and convince themselves, she's back. She regrets it. She wants me. Wrong. She's not back for you. She's back for her ego. She didn't return because she realized your worth. She returned to confirm she could still control it. And the moment she sees that you're still emotionally available, still responsive, still waiting, she vanishes again. Not because she's cruel, because she was never trying to reconnect. She was trying to confirm a belief that she could lose you and still get you back anytime she wanted. And if you respond, even once, you validate that belief. But if you don't, if you leave her on red, if you ignore the breadcrumb, if you treat her message like it doesn't exist, that's when something inside her breaks. Because now she has no answer. Now the question lingers. Now she's the one wondering, is he done? Did he move on? Did I lose him for real? And uncertainty. Uncertainty is what makes her spiral. Not your words, not your apology, not even your absence, but the unknown. Because the one thing she was counting on was your emotional predictability. Take that away, and you take away everything. Number 4, she starts to doubt herself. At first, it's just a flicker, a thought she tries to brush off, a whisper in the back of her mind. Why hasn't he texted me? She tells herself you're just playing games, that you'll crack soon, that it's only a matter of time before you come crawling back. But you don't. And now, that flicker turns into tension. The tension starts to hum. It grows every time she unlocks her phone. Every time she sees nothing from you. No DM, no like, no I miss you, just pure silence. And that silence, it starts eating at her confidence. Because you're doing the one thing she didn't plan for. You disappeared without falling apart. You didn't throw shade. You didn't fight for attention. You didn't announce your pain. You just vanished. Silently, completely, powerfully. And now she's left to fill in the blanks. Her mind becomes a battlefield. Did I misjudge him? Did I actually lose a man worth keeping? Did I mistake emotional control for disinterest? She replays the last message. The last time you called. The last time you touched her. And this time, she doesn't feel in control. She feels regret. She scrolls your page, looking for signs of life. She stalks silently, late at night, from burner accounts. She brings your name up to her friends, but she masks it with just curious. Behind closed doors, though, she's spiraling because now she is the one asking questions. She is the one who can't sleep. She is the one who feels like she lost. And here's the part that really twists the knife. You're not even trying to hurt her. You're just living, training, working, evolving. You're not cold. You're just done. You didn't walk away to get her attention. You walked away because you finally saw your value. And now she's chasing the memory of a man she never truly appreciated. Not because you're gone, but because you're unreachable. And nothing terrifies someone more than realizing they messed up something they'll never get back. Number 5, when she tries to pull you back, you stay untouchable. By now, the silence is screaming louder than any words ever could. She's restless, uneasy, that old confidence cracking, so she makes a move, but not a real one, not direct, not vulnerable, because admitting she was wrong, that would mean giving up control. Instead, she gets clever. She posts a memory, subtle, emotional. She knows you'll recognize it, or she sends a soft text. Just saw something that reminded me of you. Maybe she even pretends to accidentally send a message that wasn't meant for you. She's fishing, casting a line into the dark, hoping you'll bite. Because if you do, she wins. Not your heart, your obedience. And the moment you take the bait, even just once, she knows she still has you. But you've changed. You don't bite anymore. You're not hungry for breadcrumbs. You're building empires now, not chasing shadows. She expected the old version of you, the one that used to light up at her name, the one that used to break the second she pulled away. But he's gone. Now she's not testing for your affection. She's testing for your weakness. And here's what breaks her. She finds none. Because now, you've built something she can't touch. Detachment. You're not ignoring her out of spite. You're ignoring her because she no longer exists in your frame. You don't seek closure. You don't seek revenge. You don't seek proof. You don't seek her. Because now, the man she tried to test, the man she thought she could keep on standby, has evolved into someone she can't even reach. And if she ever decides to come back for real, she won't breadcrumb. She'll show up with truth, with effort, with sincerity. And by the time she does, you won't even care, because you didn't become this man to get her back. You became this man so no one could ever break you again. She thought you'd chase. Instead, you rebuilt. She thought you'd crumble. Instead, you leveled up. She thought she could leave and come back whenever she wanted. But now she's knocking on the door of a version of you that doesn't open it for just anyone. So if this hit your soul, say it out loud, write it in the comments, let it echo. I am untouchable. No more games. No more proving. No more reacting. From now on, you don't chase. You replace. You build. You evolve. And you walk like the storm you've become.